everyone, welcome to my very first episode of Chattercast. I'm your host, Pumpkin. Probably it's not the first ever, but this is my first ever solo podcast. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this feels weirdly nerve-wracking.
That's suspicious.
I'm sitting here talking into a microphone, hoping someone out there is actually listening, but even if it's one person or zero people for now, I'm doing it anyway because this is me officially starting from zero.
We didn't learn from last time.
Private studio, no big team, no perfect plan, just me showing up, just like you see bananas. And honestly, that feels kind of exciting because I'm actually finally doing something that I like, because I've been wanting to do this. So here's the truth, this podcast idea has been sitting in the back of my mind forever, like walking me like, hey, you're gonna do something about me, or you're gonna keep pretending like you're busy? Because I was full of excuses, like I don't know, like, oh, I'm busy, I'm at work, I'm going to work, and every time I would come up with a reason, I would actually come up with a reason like to avoid it. I'd be like, I don't have the right setup yet. This probably won't be good. What if people judge me? What if no one listens? What if I sit back and cringe into another dimension? But like, this is just me. I just felt like this thing isn't me. I had excuses lined up like I was preparing for a TED talk on procrastination, but at some point I realized something important. I was waiting for the magical moment where I would suddenly feel ready. Spoiler alert.
Why is that so mind-blowing?
That moment never came. I started buying my pieces one by one. I started buying mics, I started buying backdrops, I started buying podcast mics, but I kept on keeping those things, but the truth is, you don't become ready before you start. You become ready because you started. That's when you open a podcast, you start, and then you be like, okay, I need this, I need that, and then that's when you start stocking up your stuff, right? So here I am, I'm perfect, I'm prepared, but finally doing the thing that has been calling me for way too long, because I've been doing podcasts like with my friends before, because I'll be like, you know what, if it's in you, something will be calling you, like, just do it, yeah. If you're expecting a super polished guru style self-help podcasts, that's not what this is about. This podcast is about real life, like the unfiltered, messy, confusing parts we all deal with but rarely talk about. We will get into things like growth, habits, mistakes, pressure, motivation, relationship, self-confidence, and everything in between. We'll be just talking about everything. Basically the stuff, it'll be like about the stuff everyone thinks about at 2 a.m. but doesn't always say out loud, because there's some things that we deal with at night. You can't really go to your mom, you can't go to your aunt, you can't go to your friend, you can't do anything about it. It's just you, and I want this to feel like a real conversation, like you're sitting with a friend who gets it, not a lecturer, not like our African parents, not a TED talk, just two humans trying to figure out life in real time. Because just like us, how our African parents are. You try to go to her, like you try telling her stuff like, mama, this is going on, she would start lecturing you and you'll be like, why did I even say it? So since this is episode 1, let me be real with you. I don't have life figured out. I'm not here like, welcome to my podcast. Here are the 27 rules to living your best life. No, basically, I'm actually learning me. I make mistakes. I procrastinate. I love this word, but I don't really know how to pronounce it. I overthink things that don't matter. I avoid things that do matter, and I'm constantly trying to grow. So that is why I opened this podcast, because I want us to grow together. So this podcast isn't about I know everything. It's like, let's grow together and let's not feel insane while doing it, kind of thing. You get me? So the real reason why I wanted to create this is because a lot of people today feel alone, even when they're surrounded by others. Have you ever been in some places that you are like everyone is there, but you just feel alone? Yeah. So we go through stuff quietly, we compare ourselves, we feel behind, we feel pressured to be perfect, even though nobody actually is. No one is perfect, because you've seen people posting things, you see people posting being happy. None of that is real. We post what we want you to see. And I just keep thinking we need more honest conversation, more spaces where it's okay to say, I'm trying, I'm stressed, I feel stressed, I'm starting again. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway, just like what I did today. Because I'm actually going to tell you like some life stories, like what I went through when I was my childhood, and so if even if one person listens to this and thinks, yo, I needed that today, then this entire podcast is already worth it. So you know what to do. You need to subscribe, because baby, you're gonna love it. Yeah.
Take it easy.
Yeah. So what you're gonna expect from here, from like my future episodes, here's the plan. Actually, the rough plan, not the actual plan. Some episode will be just me talking to you, just like me, solo podcast, like what I'm doing right now. Some will be interviews with people who have got like cool stories or helpful insights. Some will be motivational. Some will be deep. Some might be chaotic, but in a good way. You get me? So the podcast
What?
will grow as I grow, and hopefully, what's wrong with my speech? And hopefully, you will grow with me. Okay? I tend to have this, this thing when I'm recording. So that's why my words are slurring. Like, I know they sound funny. But if you take one thing from this episode, is this. I'm going to tell you this. You stop waiting for perfection. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the magical, I'm ready feeling. Start where you are. Start with what you have. Just start scared. Start small. Just start. That's what I can tell you, because the moment you start, everything changes. You're no longer dreaming. You're doing it. And this podcast, this is me doing. Yeah, because I just felt like today I just feel like I need to do something. I was not really prepared. I just feel like, let me just, do something about like, let me just start recording. So in the podcast, I'm not gonna get into detail, but like in episode 2, I'm gonna get more into detail about like the things that I mentioned. So thank you so much for listening to the very first episode of Chattercast. Of course, it's not the first one. I don't know why I keep on saying the very first, but it's not the first one. But like, I just feel like it's the very first because I'm doing solo. So thank you so much for listening to the very first episode of Chattercast. If you're here at the beginning, you are officially part of the story from day one, and I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see where this goes. I'll see you in episode 2. Thank you. And remember, being kind always makes you beautiful, makes you look beautiful. So just be kind. So I just feel like I want to dive into like my episode 2. I'm just gonna give it time, yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening.